Bad marriage. This might get long. Sorry in advance. I will skip over lots of detail. If not, it would take hours to write it out. Basically, it's an emotional affair that turns into 3 nights of texting. Been married for 17 years. House, 2 kids. She's been in contact with her second cause for about 1 year or so. Maybe longer? I never thought anything of it. 10 months ago, they send messages via Facebook often and post on each other's wall. Then it got more and more frequent. Still, I think, what? They are family. Forward to April. She cuts off communications. I ask what's happened. She indicates he wants to meet. I think okay, like have a family outing or something more dirty. She says something more dirty. Now I'm suspicious. I begin to check phone records on a frequent basis. Nothing going on for about 2 months. Then I see a text sent 1 or 2 times a month after that. I ask why you are sending text. I'm told, just want to say hello. Fast forward to July. A text is sent and 1 week later a friend request is sent via Facebook. I'm thinking, this is odd. Did you not block him? Before you know it, it was full-blown text for 2 weeks in July. On the last week I ask, what's the deal between you two? Wife tells my body is here with you but my heart is with him. My heart drops. I didn't want to overreact, so I play it cool. I tell her to be honest with me and tell me everything. Big mistake. Wife wants to be with him. Leave me? I ask what about the kids? Wife indicates she's not thinking about that at the moment. I wait 1 week to let things cool down. Over the weekend I tell her this is not right. What does she plan to do about it? Wife tells me I need time to get him out of my heart. I don't think that I've met since he stays 3 hours away, but it could have happened. Fast forward to week 2. Texting pics begin to fly between both for 3 days. Things wife has never said to me, was said to other men. Now I'm panicking, not sure what to do. Part of me wants to get out. Other half wants to work it out. That Friday, I'm ready to lawyer up on the upcoming Monday. But I call the other men and tell him, this is destroying our marriage. Other men tell me that wife and he talked about it and she assured him that's what she wanted. Other men tell me not to lawyer up, not to get divorced. He was going to cut all communications. Week 3, wife acts like everything are cool at home. Like nothing is happening. We begin to talk and voices get louder. I ask wife tell me, what do you want me to do about it? He's in my heart and I can't get him out. Wife tells me she can't get him out of her heart and head. Wife feels pain for being with me but not logically being able to be with him. I ask what you are going to do about it. Wives tell me give me time, it will pass. That's the only answer I get. That Friday, she sends me a text asking to go to happy hour with friends from work. She's never asked that in 18 years. I tell her go right ahead if that's what makes her happy. This past weekend I take wife to the beach for a long walk and talk. I tell wife this is not working for me and I'm going to get a divorce. Wife tells me she doesn't want one, to give her one more chance, that she's human and she made a big mistake, that she was sorry, for me to try and forgive her. I indicate that we do not have a marriage. This has come to 2 people that share money and sleep together. Love is not in the picture. Wife heart is with him and I'm here as a backup, only for physical satisfaction. I ask, what are you going to do? I don't want to hear give me time. Wife asks me, what do you want me to do? At that moment, I knew that she's not ready to do whatever it takes to make this right. She said, do you want me to disconnect Facebook? Disconnect my cell phone? What I was looking for was for her to make drastic change, not ask me what I want. As the night goes on, we go out late for a talk. The conversation ends with, wife saying I cannot force someone who doesn't want to be with, to stay with. The idea of D still hurts but I think it may be the only on I have. The main reason is because of the kids. But I don't want to be in a home where I'm not happy, or looking forward to seeing the person that has done this to me. Anyone ever find themselves in this situation? Some more details. At the moment, she has not gone to any happy hour, yet. We'll see this Friday. If wife even asks for permission, very close family will know what is going on. For some reason, I have not said anything. I guess, I'm hopeful that things will recover. I must be in denial big time. I know from a message sent via Facebook 3 weeks ago. That cause said he was coming at the end of the month to see her. Wife said she'll be waiting. I don't know if it's going to happen or not since I spoke to him. We'll see. At this time, I'm capturing all calls being made and texts that are sent and received. I don't know if another email address is used, but I'm monitoring everything that's going on with the current one. Other man is not married, lives alone, has been for a long time. The reason given for all of this happening is that he was sad, sending sad pics and wife didn't want him to continue to be sad. Wife felt it was her job to make him happy. Feelings started to grow more for him. How low? Then wife tells me the text got more heated. Beginning of August. I didn't know this was going on. Wife tells me the following. Other man requested a pic of her but she declined. Wife was shy, she's never done that before. Other man said I have a pic of me but it's perverted. Wife says send it anyway since you're insisting so much. Lots were sent. All of us know what it was. I didn't know at the time that this was going on. That evening wife asked me to take a pic of her. I was okay with it. It was a dirty pic. Next thing you know, overnight wife sends the pic. I capture the text and the next 2 days it was full-blown madness. This Sunday, while on our long walk, I asked, "Do you want something different in your future? Are you tired of the current routine? Are you looking for some type of excitement?" Silence is all I got. It was a very long pause. I told wife, "Why so quiet? Are you trying to find the right words to say? Afraid you might say something wrong?" After that I said we should get D. Wife said she didn't want one, that she'll change. Wife asked what I can do to make things better. Get off of Facebook, disconnect the new phone and keep the old one. These are things I didn't want to hear. I wanted her to tell me, I'm disconnecting Facebook, disconnecting my phone, stop reading horoscope. I would think that if this was important to her, wife would do these without asking. All I know is that marriage is when two people love each other. They'll do anything for each other. But now it feels like we are roommates, with benefits, sharing expenses. I don't know how much longer I can go, but I'm trying to get ready little by little. I've also gotten counseling from someone I trust very much, and the same was said by that person. But it's been 2 weeks since last contact was made. Wife tells me I will not pursue this any further. Wife said, I screwed up bad. But my gut tells me, wife will say anything to stay. And those feelings are still there for other man. As the days go by, I think my indecision will cause me more harm. Part of me want to get out. Another part wants to give wife a chance. I think the following is happening here. Let me know if I'm wrong. God is not in the center of our marriage. Wife following the horoscope almost to the letter. I mean, wife spends hours and hours on that stuff, reading all 3 signs. On weekends, at least 10 hours sat and son. I said, let's read the Bible together. Wife says later. Not now. I pray and pray that things work out. Honestly, I'm waiting for wife to screw up again so I can finally. I could be going about this all wrong. Comments. I'm confused about your original post, when she asked to go out with friends from work. Was it actually so she could go meet up with him? You should be worried about this going underground and physical. She needs to know clearly what boundaries you will not accept her crossing. You need to state them in black and white terms, and you need to monitor her through the full transparency she must agree to. Like others have said, wishing it gets better will not help you. You must be an active participant and strong leader demanding this end, and she works hard at the marriage. You're not going to win her back by negotiating with her, or by being passive and easily forgiving. She needs to see you are a solid, strong man who won't accept being number 2 in her heart. This combined with no contact, and you and her actively working on rebuilding your relationship will reconnect her feelings for her husband and let the other man fade. Be vigilant, however, there is a high chance they will try taking it underground. So, trust your guy. If something doesn't feel right, check up on it that minute. Don't put it off, confront it and deal with it. OP responds, I am being a wimp, scared of the whole situation, concerned about what wife might say for tell her mom, who has lived with us for 18 years. I was worried about what mom's reaction would be, but it must be done. You are not the only one who has said that. If the wife doesn't like that, tough cookie. I don't think it could get much worse than it is now. OM's mom sounded like she was concerned, asked if I wanted her to talk to him, that he's not looking for a long-term relationship. Other man moves around from job to job a couple times a year, guess all other man wants to do is play. The only thing I need for her to get from him is his address. So, wife can send no contact letter. Her mom was in shock, broke down crying. Could not believe what I was saying to her. Tonight, I'll present the wife with what I expect for her to do. Anything other than that, I know she's playing the game and is not serious about the marriage. I'll tell her that I've told them. We'll see tonight. So far, I've told her that I want for you to work this out. I want to go to marriage counseling right away so we can start repairing this marriage. She knows I'm not just saying it but I mean it. I have not pushed her away, and I make it clear that it's her decision to make. She knows where I stand. Some more message throughout the day. Like the family will know now? It's our business only. The oldest son tells her grandma is crying all morning. Tries to bring up something that I did a very long time ago. Its minute compares to this. I just said, you haven't changed yet. What do you plan to do so we can move forward? Already? Response, what do you mean? In order to stop this, I said let's talk tonight so we can understand each other. Now I wait. The answer given so far was, other man was lonely and sad all the time. While sending messages back and forth, feelings started to grow. Before wife knew it, wife feel in love with other man. Story hasn't changed since the end of July. It took them about 8 to 10 months for all of this to happen. My question is always how can this happen? I guess he brainwashed me or something. The day wife told me, which was at the end of July, if I could hit delete and make this go away I would. But now I'm in this big mess I created. Then shortly afterwards, things got crazy. My part is taking a dirty pic of her that was late sent to other man. After that pic, all hell broke loose. I still hope we can fix this. Tonight will depend on her. After the night, well, I think it's time to move on. Moments ago, wife says she is not writing the letter because it's embarrassing. Really, I say. You told me you would do anything to work on this marriage. Wife indicates she's agreed to work on all other terms but that. Wife is holding an event against me that happened many years ago that included me in online videos. It was a dark time in my life, but I got over it. She did forgive me and trusted in me to get over it. Now wife is saying I forgave you that time. You must do the same for me and respect me. Wives say I didn't tell anyone in the family or make you write a letter. I say I would have done whatever, and I mean whatever, to stay in our marriage. I don't know why in her mind I'm asking for too much. I told her I'll think about it, but that's to buy time for the next step. Lawyer. I knew in me that she would not do it, but now I have the proof I needed. I hope she changes her mind, but I'm not living in this hellhole of a nightmare any longer, and if D kills me financially, then I'll be poor and happy than being a fake relationship. She looked and sounded very, extremely convincing. She said believe in her. She's not going to make contact. For me to trust her. Trusting her so far got me to this point. My problem is that I do not have other man address at this time. I'm calling mom to see if she could give it to me. I might call other man directly and see if he really cares enough to give it to me himself. At least if the letter is written, I know wife was willing to make it work. Wife is only willing to go to NCASP. Would AMC request the same? The only thing wife does is bring up the past. How wife forgave me. I insisted this is totally different. Wife had desire for other man and it was both ways. Before going to bed, wife will have one very last chance. If wife indicates she will not do it for the marriage, oh well. Wife question is why she need to send this letter. I told her, to prove to me she is willing to save this marriage. That's simple. But this doesn't seem to compute to wife. She asked for forgiveness again, to give her one more change. She's willing to do anything but send the letter, for me to trust her and believe in her. I said, if we go to MC and stop FB and check your email and all accounts, if you slip up just one time, I'm out. No warning, no nothing. She accepts these terms. She said the letter will not accomplish anything, that he will not look for her anymore because I spoke to his mom. He's removed other family members from my wife's side from FB. She currently ashamed and embarrassed. Seems sincere. She wants to go to counseling right away. I get the feeling this is all bull and it will come around to bite me in the butt. I have my reservations big time. Sometime later, spoke about it. Still resisting the NC letter. She thinks telling mom and her mom was not the right thing to do. That I have bad intentions with the letter. Conversation end with trying to trust her. That she will avoid all contact for life. Lastly, wife tell me she cannot force any that doesn't want to be with her to be with her. It got tense. Wife still brings up that she was honest with me about the whole thing. About the feelings she had. And even after I was told, it went further. Although, I know I took the pick that got her going on the second day. It got heated when I told her that I felt like her backup. Since the other man stopped making contact, I'm the one to go to now? Wife is upset over the fact that I told them even after I agreed to keep this between us. Wife still wants to work on marriage. Go to marriage counseling. Transparency. No social sites. The no contact is what is bothering me most. Wife said she'll tell me right away if contact is made, and if I find out that any contact was made without her telling, she understands D will come. Everything was Facebook and text. No physical contact. Wife was always where she was supposed to be. Never alone, always with the kids or family member. Wife does not hang out or talk with friends or text with them. It was when I found out they were friends again on Facebook that I questioned what's going on. That's when she told me how she felt about the other man, that she could not stop thinking about him. They text very little for that week, but I was able to read them. It was hurtful, thinking about you can't wait to meet you and so on. The second week, it was a texting nightmare for me. Saw things I thought I would never see. At the end of the week, wife said what she did was wrong and was sorry for her behavior. She hopes that one day I can forgive her. That's when I began to panic and wasn't sure what to do. Wife asked to give her one more chance. That was the only time in 16 plus years that this has happened. She has said and shown regret and says it was a mistake. Maybe I'm too dumb to see it. It was the other man with sad stories and sending sad pics that over a long time she felt sorry for. Before she knows it, she had feelings for him. Wife always told me from the day one that if she could delete everything she would. Now we find ourselves in this situation. I'm tired of all of this already. Unless a miracle happens between now and Monday, I'm hoping to go to at least one MC together, to see if there is at least hope for real change. At this point, I don't think so, but just what if one MC visit would help? I just feel very bad for the kids. They are the ones that will suffer most. The way I look at it, better to live happy and D, that living with a person you don't know you could ever trust again. What had me upset last night was resistance to another request. To delete all past emails from at first wife refused, but now I'm told it will get done. Let's see. Same goes for 4 pics that's on the phone. This additional challenge almost brought me to a boiling point. I don't know how I was able to sleep. I guess praying a lot is helping. I hope to find anything going on secretly that will blow the lid off. 10 days later. At this time, I'm going to continue doing what I have been doing. spending as much time with the kids as possible. Take them to the park, doing homework, running at least 3 miles every other day, working out at the gym hard until everything hurts. I go with wife, by the way, trying to eat right. Since D-Day, which was a month from today, I've lost 20 to 25 pounds. It was not the right way. About that 180, I'm too tired. Seems like too much work. I'm not say it's not worth it. Wife will stay or go. Her choice. I'm not going to force to do anything she doesn't want to. I care about her, for this is too much for me to handle. Fog or not, I'm not waiting for 6 or 12 months to get out of this funk. At this point, I'm ready to leave all this behind me. I have to see some real change in the next month that will make me change my mind. B-Day and anniversary is coming up. Who know what will happen? We're still living together. While in the house, wife doing her thing, I'm doing mine. At the end of the day, we'll go out to eat, talk about everything except D-Day. Anniversary and birthday is coming up. Wife wants to do something. I'm not so much in the mood. I'm looking forward to marriage counseling to see what happens. I'm hopeful something positive comes out of it. Wife is worried about what she may have to say or talks about how embarrassing. I just tell her to not think about and wait until we are there together. 30 days more or less have passed. No change on wife part. I've had 3 I see 2 were ones she missed. One was with a one-on-one marriage coach. Then she went to. Wife didn't like what she was told. Wants to try MC, which was missed. At this point she is heavy in the fog. I will not wait for months for her to get out. I will move on for my happiness. Even with all the work that it will take for her to get out, chances are high that it will happen again. If this other man doesn't work out, she might look for someone else to scratch the itch. I deserve someone better. 18 years and this happens. B-Day and anniversary are on the same day, coming up soon. I'm out after that. This will be the last get-together with the kids. She can get mad or upset and beg and plead all she wants. I'm out. She can realize the damage made when she gets out of the fog. Like the MC said to wife, you better work on getting your head straight. He's not just going to wait for you to figure this out. That feeling of losing her that I had in the pit of my stomach and chest is gone. I don't even want to be here anymore. It might be sick, but I might as well enjoy the bedroom time while I can. Couple weeks later, been to 2 MC sessions. Wife was told to be transparent. Wife indicates to me, see, she told me everything. She is not hiding anything. All was out in the open. I asked how this happened. Answer, it's like when a man wants to get a woman's attention. She didn't realize it until it was too late. We spoke for hours, covered everything, and wife indicated, what do you want? I said clearly without hesitation. Dia got quiet, started to cry. I'm very sorry for the pain I have caused. I'm willing to continue MC, give me a chance to prove to you that you're the only one. What I did was a very big mistake. If you want a D, just give me a chance, and if you're still not convinced that I truly love you, then go ahead and D. It was the first time that she spoke to me that way. I'm not sure how to take it. Is she just acting or really means it? She said, we'll talk some more today. But nevertheless, I'm ready for D. All I have today is go. I only pause at this moment because this is a side that has not been shown before. Perhaps wife is getting out of the fog. Time will tell. I have been ready to move on for about 2 weeks or so. Had a lawyer to start the paperwork. I explained that in order for me to begin trust all over again, she would need to sign an agreement. I had one with some assistance from Elle. It indicated child support, shared custody, and so on. On Monday, when I presented these papers, wife read it and said she would not sign because they were number. I came up with, she would sign if they were number from the court. I said, fine, you want that? I'm going to see a lawyer and get you an official document. I would get all the official numbers and fine detail. Then wife could get her own lawyer and have them review it. Our agreement is 50-50 with the kids. Fair, down the middle. No one trying to take advantage over the other. She agreed. I explained it would take more than this document for me to stay. She would have to do all the work. I indicated, if you don't want to follow through with this and the boundaries I first lay out, I thank you for the wonderful 18 years we had together. They were great. It's time for me to move on. Next day, she was still making remarks. That amount on you present agreement won't help me make rent in an apartment and pay the rest of the utilities. I said, who is the one that has put me in this situation? Reality struck again. Now wife agreed to the letter of NC. Stop Facebook altogether. Delete pics. That was done 2 weeks ago. Delete past email notification. Continue MC and even IC if needed. Give up all credit cards. Continue transparency. And if other man contacts you, I better know about it ASAP. If I find out 10 minutes, 2 hours later, 1 week later, whatever, I'm out. Now it's waits and see how things go. Wife could be saying what needs to be said. May want to get in contact in the future. I've made it very clear. No to any one of my requests. It's over. If she gets the feeling that I'm controlling, feels like behind bars, too bad. She has to do the heavy lifting, and if this is too much to handle, why try and work it out? I've explained again today. The written agreement between us is for me not to go through this nightmare again. I will not stand for this a second time. and as almost indicated, I may be the one that might not want to stay. By the way, that letter will be handwritten. Any resistance to writing, it's over. She gets the message. And it will not be a goodbye letter either. Once again, time will tell. It took long enough for me to stand up for myself. First panic, then pain, confusion. Why me? How come? Perfect marriage till now. How can this be? Anger, crying throughout. Why again? Handled it all wrong in the beginning. Lots of sleepless nights. Once all that went away, and that weird feeling in my chest went away, I felt better. I had finally accepted that I was ready to move on. Like I read somewhere, don't remember, I will make it. Worked out like crazy at the gym and started to get bigger. She noticed this and it was complimenting all the time. She noticed I was doing it for me, not her. My attitude started to change. That's why if I stay it's because I want to give it a chance. Not because I'm a doormat. And if I'm looking forward to a great future and I know one day I'll meet someone who will appreciate me. I loved it when she was in that thick fog and someone told her, by the time you realize that damage you cause, he will be gone. That is when you will know that you lost a great person. Is she still in the fog? Maybe. Is she getting out of it? Maybe. Do I know what she is thinking? No. What she is feeling? No. That doesn't matter. I know what I'm feeling and thinking. And any decision I make is for me, because it feels good. Couple days later, can you believe that even after telling the wife if I don't get the letter of no contact, I'm gone to file? Wife says I'll get if unwed. I tell her, then it'll be wed of next week, next month. Who knows when? She said it's hard to write it. She still has some feeling for the other man. Not feeling of being with them but feelings. Yeah, right. She said it wouldn't work out anyways. Other man doesn't make much money. WW is not willing to move in with other man, who lives 3 hours away. Leave her job to be with the other man. Wife says I don't want to be with that person. I want to be with you. I love you. I've made a grave mistake. It was wrong of me for putting you through all of this. I want to are with you. I said, if I don't get the letter, don't bother. I'm going to file. How can someone hear that and still not write the letter? She must think I won't go through with it. Maybe I'm bluffing. We talked last night for a while. WW didn't want to talk but I said I do. I cannot go on living like nothing happened. WW says that I'm torturing her. Bring up the past to cause her pain. What? Are you kidding me? Then she acts upset and mad, trying to flip the script. I explained, that's not going to work on me. You screwed up and if you can't take it, too bad. You were able to cheat, you had no problem with that. WW said, do you think he's the only on I can get? There is a lot of other people out there. I'm sure I can get whoever I want, if I wanted to. I don't need to chase anyone. They would have to chase me. I explained the same in reverse, honey. But I had to stop her. Why would she say things like this if she really wants to are? She continues to ask why it is so important. What's the big deal? Why can't I take her word that she will not make contact ever? The other man may not take it seriously. If the other man tries to make contact, I will ignore it and tell you right away. I make it a big deal because it displays her commitment to me and our marriage. The letter is not for her or for the other man. It's for me. So, I can see that she wants and is willing to work on this marriage. Please let me know if I got this right. Here's my analogy. I had to use examples of different kinds of work I've done around the house to make it clear, so she can understand better. Without the letter of no contact, the other man doesn't know your intentions. He thinks that perhaps after a few months or maybe a year, he or you can continue communications. She'll start to miss him and might make contact to see how he's doing. The same in return, the door is still open to future communication, no matter how small. I explained to my WW what the no contact letter means to me. The door is closed forever. First sheetrock, then concrete block, then a thick piece of steel welded. The door could never be opened again. That is what the no contact letter means to me. Although the last week was going in the right direction and in a heartbeat, we are back to the beginning. This weekend we spent working around the house. All weekend long. Had family over. Went out to dinner. It felt like we were bonding again. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. Overanalyzing everything. I see the remorse but I'm stuck big time on that letter. That is make or break for me. If she can show me that she's willing to write the letter and send it, then I know she's willing to are this marriage. I hope I got this right. Do you guys think I'm going about this the wrong way? How can she think that she'll be able to fix this on her own? Doesn't really want to do marriage counseling. She ashamed to take about this to strangers. I explain this is part of doing whatever it takes. She cries when I say things about him. How is it that 1.5 months those feelings can still be there? I wonder how long before they go away. Or does it ever? I guess she will have to be the one to make them go away forever. Her assurance that he will never make contact is because the OM doesn't want to be the one who caused the DOM would prefer if she divorced me for him. That is something she will not do. She thinks that I want to do to get back at her for the pain she has caused. Like revenge. Just being with someone who gave their heart to someone else stings. I'm continuing to ask myself, what the hell? Call has been made. 3 years later, we spent lots of time together and began our all good until now. Out of the blue she sent a friend request on Facebook 2 days ago, which I unfriend yesterday. I monitor on occasion and catch this. She didn't say anything. I confronted yesterday and she said she would like to keep the family relationship going. I told her that's not going to happen. I asked her to pick what's more important, that or our marriage. She said out marriage. She loves me and a bunch of crap. I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach, same as when the first emotional affair occurred. I just don't want to and will not go through that ever again. Well, today she sent another friend request which was accepted. No text has been sent, no calls, no Facebook messages, no emails. So, I can't prove contact has been made other than Facebook friend request. Am I being paranoid for no reason? Overreacting? I just don't see the point of seeing her post of what we are doing together and with family. It feels like she is the fish and waiting for other man to break no contact. Couple days later, I gave her a copy of the no contact letter that was sent. It seems WW didn't realize Facebook friending meant the same thing. I told her it did. We spoke for a while and she broke down in tears, saying it was never her intention to reconnect the same as before. Now we have 20 years of marriage. WW says she doesn't want to throw this away. She is willing to go back to MC when we return. The first time around, I exposed the other man to his mom. WW and other man don't have a close relationship. He is a distant relative. They have seen each other 2 times since WW and I have been together. Other man lived in another part of the state many hours away. All of this happened over Facebook. Back then, I spoke to OM and told him he can have her. I was ready to drop her off. He said it was very wrong what happened and apologized and not to divorce her. He would block you on Facebook, which he did for a long time. I have documents to fill out, but that was in another county. I'll have to visit a lawyer in the county I'm currently in. We don't get back for another 2 weeks. This trip was planned a long time ago, our 2 kids and they are having the time of their lives. The only family here is my parent and my sister 2 kids. Final update. At this time while on vacation internet is limited. I'll monitor from here when possible. I unfriended before speaking to her about it. She sent another friend request before I spoke to her about it. 2 things occurred before I sat down to speak with her. Once we spoke Friday night she quickly unfriended, broke down crying, said it wasn't her intention to fish or continue where they left off, apologized over and over. I plain flat out told her, mistake or not, no more, it's over. I'm still going to get the paperwork started when we return. My comment. It took OP 3 years to divorcing his wife who kept fishing, but he finally did it. Sometimes it's better to do it late than never. You agree? Comment down below, sub and bell and check out the recent videos.